What's going on, everyone? Ains here, Season Gaming, looking at, yes, another statue unboxing. So what you can see in front of me is the Johnny Silverhand Deluxe Edition statue from Pure Arts. This is a 1:4 scale statue. They made 2,077 of them, go figure. And I thought I placed my order for this last year. I made some kind of weird mistake, didn't order it, but I was lucky enough to get an order in a few weeks ago and it just arrived. So these just started hitting the streets a few weeks ago. Mine's obviously a little later because of my mistake, but should still be a lot of fun to look at. I'm very curious about this one because it has a full LED screen on it that actually plays music and other things, which should be really cool for a statue, so I'm excited to get into it. If you saw my Bloodborne Eileen statue video a couple weeks ago, those boxes were massive. It was a real undertaking to kind of get that statue around and set up. This one is obviously a lot more compact, so it feels very dense, and there's really nothing on the back because it looks like it opens flat. So there's not a whole lot to look at from the outside here, but we're going to go ahead, get into it. Let me do the usual where I kind of get the base of it out, and then we'll start talking about it. Okay, so I'm coming back quicker than expected because I really want to show you this. So Pure Arts uses these Velcro grip straps around the styrofoam protecting the statue, and it allows you to do this and pull it right out of the box, which is not only convenient, but it also, from what I can tell, sorry for the loud, it also makes it very easy to separate the box. You don't have all these layers of tape on these things. So Prime 1 and other statue manufacturers, take notice. I love that. Alright, so there are a lot of little pieces here. I got the main sculpt, a bunch of things. Let me do the usual. Let me go ahead and get this out. I'll get everything laid out here and then we'll talk about it. Alright, so we've got all the pieces out. This is pretty wild. I haven't seen a statue like this before. So let's start with the sculpt here. So mold of his body, and in particular the head. Really liking what I'm seeing here. He's got his red kind of maroon leather pants on. They actually look like leather. Shading on it's very good. The texturization of it's very good. All his tattoos, obviously the samurai logo, as I wore the shirt today, on the back, and it actually looks like it's on there and kind of worn. It's got actually cuts through this armor-proof vest. Tattoos look fantastic. I mean, it's a really, really nice sculpt. Most impressive though, and I will bring the camera in here in a moment just to show you a little better, but is the head sculpt. The hair looks very realistic. Eyes are painted well. Goatee, he's got cuts and kind of dirt marks on his face. It just looks, up close, this looks really good. The quality on this, I'm really impressed by, for sure. So this is a really cool looking piece so far. Obviously here's his robotic arm, which goes like that. Again, looks like real metal. It's shiny, it's got this glistening to it. The wires are kind of here going through it, so really nice character mold. So we'll get to that in just a second. Like I said, I'll give you a better look at it. Now this is the Deluxe Edition, which actually comes with his guitar, which kind of sits next to it, and this is really, really neat. It's an actually pretty big piece, a little magnetic on the back, which stands up here on the stand, but it's got real strings. It's actually painted, so it looks like a real guitar. It's just a really, really cool looking piece, especially if you know his character from the game. So next, the base is rather small, right? Because this is it's the way the screen is, which I'm going to show you in a second. But the base is rather small, looks fine, nothing too crazy about it. As I said, this is Deluxe Edition number 269 out of 2077 from Pure Arts. You get your authenticity card, which is really cool. Always nice to kind of see those. Pure Arts does a really good job with that stuff. But then look at this. This is the screen, and it's bigger than you would think. That's going to go behind him onto this base, and it actually plays music from the game. In fact, it's on the back of the instructions here, and it looks like it has upwards of almost 40 songs that it will actually rotate through, and this is a full LED screen. So again, let me readjust the camera. We'll start piecing this together and give you a better look. And we're back. So as you can see, a little closer here, got the instructions here. It shows a few pieces. This is going to be the first statue I've ever had that comes with a remote control, which is wild. So let's start piecing this thing together. Like I said, this has 37 song tracks built into it, which is wild. Let me give you a closer look at this mold now so you can see it for yourself. So it's got good weight to it, really solid build. You can see the detail on the face there. Like I said, the detail on the leather pants, his vest, even the cybernetic arm, the way it shimmers like real metal. Tattoos. He's even got his gun holster on the back as well, which it does come with his, if you've played Cyberpunk, and if you're waiting to play it, I understand. You know, the game had some problems, but in all seriousness, it is an amazing game. It really is. So I hope people give it a chance when it gets its final next-gen upgrades or whatever you're waiting for. But he has a unique pistol, which this comes with, excuse me. It's a Malorian pistol. It's even got the shiny red handle, which kind of glistens, which is awesome. Here's the closer up of the guitar I told you about for the Deluxe Edition. Real strings. It's really, really pretty amazing. A lot of other little things here we'll go through, but let's go ahead and, like I said, start actually piecing this together. So, got the stand here. Let me make sure I get this right. Alright, so as I said, this screen is, I knew it was big, but seeing it in person is kind of something else. So alright, there we go. Slots right in. Now you may not be able to see on the back here. Let me turn it around. Here's all your functions. So you can turn on the screen, turn it off, have it play music, etc. So we'll go through that here in a moment. Heavier than you would think, especially this top piece. So there's a lot of little pieces that kind of go in here. So you've got this, you know, if you've played Cyberpunk, you know there's a lot of stuff laying around the streets. It's a pretty messy city most of the time. So you've got this pizza box and old cans and bottles, and there's a tequila bottle here from Johnny, which is pretty cool. So let me throw these pieces on real quick. Alright, we're back, and as you can see, here's the kind of final statue piece together now. Now, I do have a couple complaints about this. So the way they set this up is a little strange. For instance, the Deluxe Edition comes with the guitar, as I told you, but there's nowhere for it to actually go. And the instructions are not very good. So it literally just has one picture where it shows put the guitar there, as you can see it. There's no slot for it. It's not magnetic, so it just kind of sits there. Which is not good, right? Anytime you have a statue, especially one that's on display with a lot of intricate pieces, having stuff just kind of sitting there that can be, you know, loose is not the best. A couple other things. This isn't magnetic either. I thought it was. It's not. Only those other two pieces are. So again, that's just kind of sitting there. The other weird thing is that it looks great like this, but to actually see the screen, what you have to do is, if I can get Johnny back out here, and I want to be careful, of course. Okay. Is you take this off, and then I believe this comes off as well. Like so. So when you have it set up to where Johnny's there and you don't have the screen on, it's just a statue piece, this advertisement for Samurai basically fills in the screen. But if you want to actually play the screen and have it on, which we'll take the plastic off right now, having Johnny in front of it is going to block a lot of it. So it's kind of a strange piece in that regard, right? Because if you do this and put Johnny back in, well, now you're seeing half of it. So kind of strange. I don't quite know why they designed it exactly like that. I know it did show that obviously in the video early on, but I figured there was some type of other configuration you could do to move him over here or to the side where you could see the whole screen, but apparently not. So kind of strange. But some other little details on Johnny here. He's actually got his dog tags that I put on, which are nice. He comes with 2 different pairs of sunglasses, which are cool. A gun is in the holster in the back, and then he comes with a few other little things too. He actually comes with a cigarette that you can put in his hand to be smoking, and the spikes on the back of his cyborg arm, but they're very small and very loose, and so I didn't want to bother because they'll just get lost. And he also comes with a couple real kind of dog tags, you know, that don't really go anywhere. I guess you could lay one out if you want, but they're more collectible than anything. That say Robert John Linder, which I guess is his real name, so which I might have forgotten. The other weird thing is it comes with this little black cube. I have no idea where this goes. It's literally not in the instructions at all, so no idea. Anyway, that is the Johnny Silverhand statue. The last thing, of course, I want to show you and check out to make sure it's working properly is the screen. So again, let me run this AC unit. It plugs in the back. I got to get to an outlet. Let me do that real quick. Be right back. All right, so as you can see, we have the screen on, and I think my complaints with the statue just kind of went out the window because this is amazing. So not only is it a much bigger screen than you would think, right, as you can see, but it's playing the launch track from the from the game when you first boot up the main menu, which is a fantastic track. In fact, the whole soundtrack's amazing. But it's playing all kinds of ads and actual art that you see from around the city, different music groups, companies, all kinds of stuff. Here's the little remote it comes with. It actually has Samurai on the back, so you can actually change it to be photos, music, movies, etc. It's pretty impressive. So I haven't gone through it all yet, but you can kind of see, at a high level anyway, what's included. Only thing, like I said, is once I put Johnny back on the stand, he kind of blocks half of it. So, you know, it's kind of hit or miss in that regard. The other thing it has, you can't really see too well, but you see these two lights. So when Johnny's standing here, you can actually, oh, well, there you go. You can actually turn just these lights on if you don't want the screen on. So from a display standpoint, you could have Johnny standing there, lights on, but the screen not on if you want to. Turn the volume down there. So anyway, that is the Johnny Silverhand statue, Deluxe Edition statue from Pure Arts. As I said, there's the quality of it can't be dismissed. This is really nice quality. The screen's amazing. The sculpt is amazing. Some really good things here. I'm just a little disappointed with the setup of it. I don't know why they made a Deluxe Edition where the piece doesn't really even fit in with the design. What else was I going to say? A couple magnetic things and stuff like that. But other than that, really, really neat. Another showpiece for the room. So, as always, if you have any questions, you want to know anything about the statue, anything else, let me know. Happy to answer them. And stay tuned. We've got several more statues on the way. I feel like I say that every video, but it's true. There's always more on the way. So if you're not checking us out on the regular, please share this out. Please subscribe. It obviously helps. And YouTube analytics have been a little wild lately. So kind of crushing down smaller creators like ourselves. So please help us out. We'd appreciate it. Thanks as always. We'll see you next time.